You are not experiencing stagnation. You've done nothing wrong. And this is not the end of the road for you. Maybe you are at that point in your life where that your business is not yielding profit again like before. Maybe you are at that point in your career where you are struggling. Maybe you are at that point where nothing seems to be working. Again, you are not at the wrong place. You are actually at the right position. What is happening to you is that your life is experiencing a shift. The issue is actually how you are misinterpreting the experiences around your life. And that is why you feel lonely. That is the reason behind that dissatisfaction you are feeling right now. Yes, your life just shifted, or you are yet to adjust. You see, in the book of Genesis 21 from verse 14, the Bible records how Abraham sent his servant Hagar and his son Ishmael away from his house with a bread and a bottle of water. And when they got to the wilderness, the water was spent. And Hagar dropped the lad and went to a distance to cry, because she concluded that this was the end of the journey for them. She said, I don't want to watch my baby die. So she did what is normal with women. We cry. When we come to that spot, that point where we think that this is the end of the road for us, the natural thing we do is to complain, to get discouraged or cry. Maybe that is your own wilderness right now. But this is that shift that I'm talking about. While she was crying, God called out to her through an angel and said, there is a well in this wilderness. Go and pick up that lad. The well there is a metaphor for inexhaustible supply. Well there can also serve as metaphor in this context for inexhaustible resources. So what you think that is happening to you is that your water bottle, or the water that you used to have in your water bottle, is now empty. You've lost some relationships. Some business associates has moved on. But that's not the end of the road. You actually came into your wealthy place. But it's just that well is always located in the wilderness. Have you noticed that water bottle, that water was not spent on the way? The water sustained them until they arrived at the wilderness, because God is the one that orders the course of our lives. Those people did not live your life last year or last 2 years. They just suddenly left. Those business partners suddenly pulled out. Certain things are not going the way you've predicted it or the way it used to be. And you are crying like Hagar. My brother, my sister, you are at the wilderness, but there is well there. What you are supposed to be doing is praying, God, open my eyes to see my well, to recognize my well, because what you've not yet recognized, you cannot acknowledge, and what you are yet to acknowledge, you cannot use. There is a well around you. This well can be in form of relationships, new relationships that God has brought into your life. It's just that you are yet blind. You are still blind from recognizing it. This relationship, this well I'm talking about, could be God moving you from the place you used to walk before to a better place. It could be a change in certain things happening around you. It could be God pushing you to enlarge your coast, but you are in your wealthy place. Maybe that guy left your life and you are still crying. You thought he's the man. No, sir. Ishmael has to go for Isaac to manifest. But the problem is how we interpret these things. For example, in the book of Genesis 42 from verse, I believe that's verse 36. After the Peniel experience that Jacob had, where he saw the face of God, and his name was changed from Jacob to Israel, you would think that he had entered into the best seasons of his life. But rather, guess what happened? He had a lot of challenging experiences. He lost his beloved wife, Rachel. His two sons, Simeon and Levite, brought a dent to the family's name because they gruesomely murdered some young men. His first son, Reuben, defied his bed by sleeping with his concubine. Then, another tragedy was the perceived death of his beloved son, Joseph, who unknown to him was sold by his brothers. Again, his son Simeon was held back at Egypt, and now the sons of Jacob were saying that we need to go with Benjamin. Guess what Jacob said? He said, all these things are against me. Maybe you are like Jacob. Everything around you is just going haywire. It's just chaotic. And you are saying, all these things are against me. But unknown to Jacob, he was about to enter into his best days because his beloved son Joseph was calling. After that experience was the meeting of Joseph, and he died a very happy man. Again, you are not at the end. You're just alive at your wealthy place. But can you see it? Can you see it? Because once there is a shift, certain things will start moving around us. Until we understand what God is trying to do or what God is already doing, we might not be able to respond positively to that promotion. Some of us are fighting the answers to the prayers we once prayed. God promote me, and now He is removing some certain people away out of your life, and you are fighting to keep it. God opened doors for me, and now suddenly you run out of favor with your boss because it's time for you to move to your new season, but you are fighting to keep that job. God changed my story, and here comes the answer to your prayers, but you are fighting it because you lack light. Again, I said the water was not spent on the way. The water got spent while they arrived at the place of abundance. So if it did not happen last 3 years, last 2 years, if it's happening now, it is not a coincidence. It is being ordered by the divine. It is God saying, it's okay for the water at your water bottle to be spent because now you've arrived at your well. Notice that it was in that wilderness that Ishmael grew up. So they consumed, they were refreshed from that well almost all the days of his life. God is bringing new people into your life. God is creating new opportunities around you. God is opening new doors to you. God is announcing you, introducing new things around you. Are you seeing it, or are you still crying like Hagar? It is not your end. It is your new season. Peter toiled all night and got nothing in Luke chapter 5. But here comes Jesus, promoting the man from a fisherman to an apostle. Sometimes things will go contrary to how you predicted them because God is about to bring you to your new season. I hope this helps you again. I want to encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube page. It will keep you updated with our latest post. God bless you.